Hey everyone, it's Richard Metal Fan here, bringing you guys an old school album review. And today we're going to be looking into, well, in my opinion, my all-time favorite black metal album of all time. And this is pretty much really what really got me listening into a lot more black metal. And as you can see below the title in this album, today is the album's 20th anniversary. And today we're going to be looking into At the Heart of Winter by Immortal. Yep, this is the band's, I believe, fourth album. Forgive me if I fucked it up. It came out on February 28th, 1999 through Osmos Productions. Now, Immortal definitely doesn't need an introduction if you're a fan of black metal. These guys are part of like the whole Norwegian black metal scene. And I feel like they're part of like the second wave of black metal. And these guys have been around since the early 90s, I believe. They put out their first album, Diabolical Full Moon Mysticism, in 91. And then they put out other albums such as like Pure Holocaust, Blizzard Beasts. And of course, with this album right here at the Heart of Winter, I feel like they still retains the black metal, but they also added some like elements of like thrash, a little bit, mainly like the riffing, and a little bit of like progressive metal, given like sort of like the song structures and time changes. They're kind of like there, and there's only like 6 songs on here, but all the songs pretty much go for like 8 or 9 minutes. Production wise, it just pretty much describes how much the album is like winter and just cold sounding. The guitar wise, I mean, all the guitars and the bass and the vocals here are performed by the almighty Abbott, and Demonaz, who is supposed to play guitar on this album, didn't, because I believe he suffered from some hand condition called arthritis, or forget what it was called. But he actually wrote a lot of the lyrics on the album, and the drumming from Horg, I believe that's his name. I probably fucked up his name, but the drumming is just really great. So yeah, without further ado, let's dive into this album track by track. And also for the occasion, I'm wearing my Immortal At the Heart of Winter shirt. So yeah, let's dive right into this. Now the album opens up with Withstand the Fall of Time, which begins proudly with some frostbitten guitar-based melancholy. It's somewhat relieving to hear this, as the quality was mostly absent from the previous album, Blizzard Beasts. All in all, the opener proves to be a very interesting and dynamic song, going through many changes from sort of like a style kind of similar to like Pure Holocaust melancholy to epic, almost sort of like blackened thrash sections, and all these songs seems to follow this longer and more complex structure, sure, with every song on here. Solarfall, which is even the most shortest and most typical Immortal song on here. The triumphant Solarfall sort of like follows in the same formula as Withstand the Fall of Time. And like I said, this is the shortest song on here, and that is just over 6 minutes. And it's making it an antidote in some ways to Pure Holocaust, which has numerous short songs instead of like a few long songs on here. And the album layout is very good because of this. Within the six songs, there is little room for inconsistency or filler. The next song on the album is Tragedies Below the Horizon, which is the longest song on the album, and this runs again right into like the heavy groove riffs. I never thought about Abbott as like an awesome black metal vocalist. He also has sort of like these froggy croaks in like the earlier albums. And so with this album, it's a bit more harsh and extreme. And this is a fun fact. Immortal will start out playing just like a straight death metal, thrash metal as a band with a different band called Amputation. And Tragedy sort of like brings the fast blasting back, some more clean guitar on that song too. And it's seriously one of my favorite things in the music, sort of like the double kick and mid-paced drum beat. Where dark and light don't differ, due to its large sound and very satisfying atmosphere. It's just some great riffs and solos galore on this track, and there's also some of the best musicianship on it. And the instruments, as well as sort of like the vocals, play all play their part on this song, and each and every one of them. The title track on here, which is the next song, At the Heart of Winter, has a massive atmosphere and sound, as well as like a great level of musicianship, with the beast of a chorus and a great solo to top it all off. The song delivers a lot that you can crave from black metal with an epic sound. And I really love like all the way from the, also gets sort of like a spookiness to like the synths, and the sound effects are sort of like the blowing wind, which leads us to like a groovy yet atmospheric riff. And I love a brilliant symphonic section appears, which almost kind of reminds me a little bit of the keyboard intro to Holy Diver by Dio. You know, before the song kicks into high gear with yet another barrage of riffs, and Horg delivers yet another stunning performance on this album behind the drums with plenty of blast beats to make your neck sore at the end of the song. And then the album closes with Years of Silent Sorrow, which in my opinion, I feel like is my favorite song on this album. Is the most thrashiest just on the album, with the riff each verse is just very catchy as hell. The intro reminds me a little bit of like The Glory of Achilles by fucking Manowar. And it also has a very good powerful full double bass on here, and which makes the album end with a bang. Now overall, At the Heart of Winter, in my opinion, is the most quintessential black metal album and pretty much my favorite black metal album of all time. If I were to give this album a score, I definitely would give this probably a solid 10 out of 10. It's that good. So yeah, that's my review of At the Heart of Winter by Immortal, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the album, and I'll see you all in the next video, and keep it metal.